Damn, when they get the notification.
You keep the hats, man. It's one thing you
All right, here
had
we go.
hats all Dexter's high school.
Yeah, all right, boom. Here we go. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this afternoon. We have an incredible guest, one who I'm very humbled and honored would take time out of his busy schedule to come give us some information as well as some inspiration. And that is none other than Brother Arthur L. Muhammad. First of all, assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam, bro.
This means a lot to me to see someone who went to the same school as me, MUI in Chicago, grow up to be just a great father, mentor in the community, and just a stand-up guy, man. So, man, once again, I'm humbled that you would come on the People's Podcast, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm humble for the invite. So you was always the man. Don't try to front. Between you and Dion, where he at? He smacking the golf balls and shit. Man.
Okay, but Arthur, what I want to know is, how did you get into law enforcement?
You know, that was always a aspiration. I mean, I guess I would say maybe even MUI inspired it because we had that structure already. So it's like, what else do we have that you can, make a living off of and actually do in adulthood aside from military, which we're not gonna do because we know better. So I mean, law enforcement is right in line with how we come up. We pretty much just, learn what the laws are, learn the job, and move forward from there. But it was always something that I aspired to. And, aside from the other, of course, we've all had little side jobs or whatever, or other little career moves we made. But law enforcement, to me, was always in the back of my mind. Like, man, that's cool. I'd like to do that if I had the opportunity. So the opportunity presented itself, and I just rolled with it, moved through the process, and here I am.
Beautiful, beautiful. And how you spoke earlier of the training we went to MUI and coming up with the military. What's like your favorite memory growing up from MUI?
Oh man, them drill, the eliminations was fun. I know you know that. The eliminations was fun, man. We used to kill it on the drill side.
Yes,
I never did do the drill competition. I know that's your specialty right there. That's one thing I never did get into. It's like, you know what? Fall back. But that's one memory, man. And I ain't gonna front. Islamic studies was beautiful for me.
Okay.
You got some people that be like, oh my God, can we just get to the class? Man, I loved it. Every morning, sitting in there for that, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour and getting them teachings, that was a good feeling. I enjoyed it.
Excellent. Yes, sir. And you are second generation, in this. So who are your parents?
Brother Arthur, he
Yes,
was
sir.
on the video crew through my childhood, all the way up through adulthood,
Yes, sir. And he's always been a kind brother, a good FOI. What is something about him that you would like to share that other people don't know? Because he seems to be very, I'm saying, very serious when I see him. But what's another side of it? Yeah, what's another side that people may not know?
I'm surprised you say he was mostly serious when you said he always cracking some jokes, man. And he's real humble to me. But it's funny you say that, real serious, because I was gonna say what people may not know is the serious side of him. Like he be on it, I look up to how he handled things. I've had little situations in the street or just hearing his old stories. I'm like, man, this is a soldier right here. But just interacting with the believers or whatever, he'd be like, oh man, that's just the happiest brother you can meet.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I'm sure that's the same with a lot of us, man.
Yes, sir. And for the flyer, I use pictures of you, of course, meeting the Most High Min Farrakhan or shaking his hand as well as holding post on him. What is your favorite memory of your interaction with the Most High Min Farrakhan?
Man, my favorite, not even, I couldn't even say, I mean, of course, shaking his hand, getting the greetings, that's a beautiful feeling. But just being on post, maybe behind the scenes, and just being in the corner, just observing how he interacts with other believers and his family and his immediate staff, is a beautiful feeling. Like, man, you know, it's a lot to take in. You just look, wow, and here I am, standing, you know, minding my business, you know, but just seeing it, man, you just feel it. It's a beautiful feeling, man. So.
Okay, excellent. And what have you been in Chicago, growing up in Chicago, but now being a police officer? Has there ever been a time that you were faced with fear? And if so, how did you overcome that fear?
Well, there's a lot that happens, man, on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I've been doing it for 4 years now. I was in patrol for like 3.5. I've been doing investigations now for October. So it kind of took me off the streets and made it a little more mellow, a little more. It's more of a thinking game now as opposed to riding around looking for stuff and dealing with
it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
10, 15 minutes. But on the safety side, no, man. I think I mentioned before, well, off camera, we've learned to deal with our people, so we kind of know what to expect. We see things as less of a threat as opposed to someone who not familiar with how we are as a people, and they come in on high alert. So, I mean, that's one aspect of it.
Okay, great. And thank everybody for watching, and please thank you all for your comments, and please continue to like and share the people's podcast. But Brother Arthur, young people who are coming up who would like to go into law enforcement, what advice would you give to them?
One, I would say, back to the fear part, you know, you can't go in scared, man, because all you do is get yourself hurt or get somebody else hurt. Because that really does affect how you move. So at the same time, fear is a reality. And you're gonna be some robot or you just big tough guy on the street. It's not the movies. This ain't Training Day Alonzo. Like you just putting the pistols to the start asking them which one you want to keep.
Yeah. You know,
so I would say, man, just learn yourself for one, so you're not going in feeling insecure. Because you're gonna deal with some big dudes. You're gonna deal with some people that they make how much you make in a month. You make that in a year or something, you know. So to get rid of all the insecurities, check your fear, but then at the same time have love for the people, have love for who you're dealing with, you know. Respect, at least. May not love everybody, but at least respect them and treat them with the respect that you would want. I think from there you'll be good, man. I want to learn a little, holler at Grandmaster, you know, learn a little something. Somebody, somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Some dojo.
Okay, and speaking of dojos, and people you know who came up doing martial arts in our time at MUI in Chicago, have you ever run into people from MUI, and did you keep your connections with people that we grew up with?
Yeah, plenty, man. I still talk to Wally, Abdullah, man, the same brothers, bro. That don't change, man. Even you know how it is in a dough hood, you get jobs, you bring in new friends or whatever from work who you still rock with, but
yes, sir.
Man, MUI, that's something that you never lose that love or that relationship, man. When for the people we've grown up with, about Muhammad Saifullah, I don't know. Yeah. I know you.
Of course, I remember Muhammad.
I ain't seen him in forever. He didn't went to Colorado or something like some years back. I don't know where he been since, but everybody, even if it's just hollering at them on Facebook or Instagram.
Beautiful, yes, sir. And how has being a father, how has that changed your outlook on life?
Oh man, I think my first child was Nazir. That he inspired me to go ahead and start a business. I was out in college when that happened. So, it's only so much you can do in college. So once I had my son, like man, I gotta do something. At that, I started the business right then and there, you know, and then pushing it in college. And then, you know, eventually I definitely had to come home and get right to it. And shit, rolling, rocking with it ever since, man.
Praise be to Allah.
13 years old now. He's like right here with me, you know, trying to keep his hair low. So he's like, hold on, man. Knock them little 2 inches down, Chief.
Yeah. And what do you do for fun?
Everything, bro. Of course, everything kind of slowed up, but I love movies, bro. I've been a movie head forever.
Okay.
Movies up. Of course, I enjoy going out with the bros, man, getting something to eat. The martial arts side, I'm a little rusty. It's been a while, but that used to, you know, for real. Doing that, hitting the gym, still gotta keep some physique, man. Don't get soft on them.
Yeah.
So everything though, bro. Hit the range every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure you know, Atlanta.
Yeah, you already know.
God damn with the
You already know.
Rifle as a cane.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Walking out.
You already know. Fred says my man Art. Okay, and then brother James R. Thank you, Fred, for giving me the greetings as well.
Oh yeah, please.
James R.
Good, Fred.
Like salam, brother James.
Which James, man?
James R. Everett. I don't know. James
I thought you were talking about muscles.
Oh yeah. No. Okay. Over these years, so many people who have grown up in the nation, have lost faith, and so many have kept their faith. What has kept your faith? Like, how have you been able to, still be a believer after all this time?
Man, that's a good question. But it's so much to say about that. Like, I might have to ask you to ask that again after I say. You say like a paragraph, and you be like, "Oh, hey, repeat that again."
Yeah.
No, but keeping faith, man. I mean, at a certain point, you have to see that it's real. Like it applies to your life specifically in some situation, and it's so many different things that it can happen so many different ways. Put it that way. Like some people, it might be a relationship, and your teachings affected your relationship, whether it be like boyfriend, girlfriend, or some people it might be like they dealings with on the street. So I've seen it in so many different things, man, where it's like, this is real, bro. It's no question, man. I mean, from, like I said, there's so much to say about it. Like growing up with the teachings in MUI, back to Islamic studies, you get so much teaching, so much of our history that when I graduated out of high school, you enter the real world. Now, keep in mind, I was at MUI from preschool to high school.
Yes, sir.
So you know how it be in our last year, people get to talking like, "Oh, these credits ain't gonna transfer." You know, I know you remember all that. Like, "Oh, you go to college, you ain't gonna be nothing. You ain't gonna make it." Yeah. This is all you know. But man, when I got graduated and went to college, man, I was killing it. But I went to, Columbia College, Chicago, majority white artists, all type of weirdos, artists / weirdos, creeps, geniuses, whatever. But my grades was always boom right there. When we start speaking, they get quiet because they want to hear the young brother who not talking like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming straight from Chicago. They looking at me like, "Damn, you graduated at 16? You 16? You ain't here?" They ain't want to hear. And I'm not like changing my pitch and all that.
Yes, sir.
So it's like those teachings right there applied to me at an early age. So then just going into the street, I never felt obligated to get in no gangs or whatever, because I felt like the nation was my army. So gangs always had respect for me, and I grew up right here in 79th. All my family, 79th to 82nd, Cottage to Ashland. So it's like I never felt that pressure. It was always that level of respect, and the people knew. As brothers I chop it up with, like, "Man, when we see you walking the street, we already know that's you, man, because you be walking like you in the army, like military. Your chest be up, you be walking." So, man, it just applies to you, man. You just have to really recognize the reality of it. I ain't gonna talk your head off, but it's so many things you could say where it just applies to you, man, from even life or death situations that you think of a lie or had that in you and you just get out of it. It just blow right past you.
Praise be to Allah. Beautiful, beautiful. Excellent teaching. And my sister Mimi sends the greetings. Naima.
Turn, man.
Sister Love
Mimi
It.
always been cool.
Okay, good. See, because Mimi was mean to me, so I'm glad at least she was cool with you. You know what I'm saying?
Mean to you.
At least she was cool with you. Okay, but speaking of that, brother Arthur, I got 3 more questions for you, and thank you all for watching the People's Podcast. I got a quick 60-second commercial break for all of the sponsors of the People's Podcast. I want to make sure that we give them. Hold on one second. We give everybody.
Man, got commercial breaks.
Oh yes, sir. Thank you, Arthur. If you would have watched the People's Podcast at least one time before, my God.
I did, man.
Okay, here we go.
You gotta get your intro.
Yes, sir. I'm working on it. All right. If you would like to be a sponsor or donor, please cash out the People's Podcast. Thank you very much. My brother Rashad, Street Premier Media Production. He has a 4K camera and a drone. These are television and film editing. My sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me, children's book and coloring book, both of which are on Amazon. Make sure we go out and get those. My sister Naima, Stay On Point Dance Academy, LLC. She teaches ballet virtually to young girls all across the country. We love our tiny dancers. Also, Nations Auto Sales, LLC, out of St. Louis, Missouri. He can ship cars and trucks to you all across the country. The Engineers of Tomorrow, LLC. That's a STEM preschool out of Dallas, Texas. And we also sending our love and prayers to all of the people in Texas to, y'all make it through the storm. Also, MCS Car Bros, any make, any model, any year, 30 to 50% off. They'll ship the cars and trucks to you all across the country as well. Raising Black Millionaires, Sister Tia Muhammad. She teaches economic empowerment and development through flashcards. Thank you very much. Brother Kenneth, bow tie maker extraordinaire. He'll ship bow ties to you all across this country. Also, I'm coming right back to Brother Arthur. Brother Chantil out of Chicago. He hires truck drivers, pays them weekly. He specializes in refrigeration and beautiful. Boom. Sister Latasha Muhammad, Indianapolis, Indiana. Queen is I, Poetry and Apparel. Queen is I, Poetry and Apparel. Make sure we reach out and continue to support our sister. Sister Betty, she's a nurse. She has a nursing cream, nursing dream cream that they sell for all of the workers that are on the front line. Thank you very much to holding it down during the pandemic. Dr. Henry M. Carter, King Henry's Turkey Legs, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Brother Rashad Muhammad, COVID-19 Disinfecting Cleaning Services. My father's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, AbdulSharif.com. And last but not least, my 2 books, which are on Amazon, Cleopatra, which is a children's book, and No Father, No Excuse. I want to thank everybody for your sponsorships, your support. The People's Podcast really appreciates it. All right, we're coming right back to you, Brother Arthur.
Yes, sir.
Sister Love It. Thank you, Sister Love, for holding it down. And Sister Lima, thank you for giving the greetings to everybody. Okay, excellent. Brother Arthur, what's your favorite album of all time?
Album?
Yes, sir.
Man. Bro, you know ain't no favorite. I would have to give it. That's a hard question, but I mean, you throw some curveballs. These I don't know about on your side. These ain't no premeditated, scripted questions either. That's what I do like. So I was just, I would rock with Nas. That's one of my favorite all-time artists, man.
Is that who you named your son after? When I heard Nasir.
Oh yeah, you know what? It really didn't even. That's what tripped out. It didn't click. It wasn't like, you know what? I'm gonna name my son. The spelling is different. All right, give me that.
Okay.
But I did think about it after the fact. Like, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll with it.
Okay, so you go Nas, Illmatic. It just any Nas. I Am. It was written. What you go with? Hip Hop Is Dead.
So many of them. Nah, I mean, I would say the earlier ones. It was written. Okay. Illmatic. It was a couple hot ones on the Stillmatic.
Yeah. And
you has like them 3 or 4 songs from each album, man. That's like, yeah, that's me.
Okay. And now you said you're a movie buff. Okay, give us your favorite movie.
Man, I'm with The Heat.
Okay.
Heat as one of my favorites right there. Of course, all of the mafia movies, man.
Yeah, of course.
Godfather classics.
Yeah.
You already know.
Okay, but I had a question. When you watch Heat, right? So Heat is programmed for us to root for the bad guys.
Man,
we root for Robert De Niro. We root for them to get away. But you're a police officer. Do you still root for the bag? Or like, when you watching that movie, are you rooting for Al Pacino?
You're like, out of here. I'm still rocking with it, man. That was real. Good. That was, you know it. And you know what else was good though? Den of Thieves was good too.
Man, Den of Thieves. Man, I watch that. If I'm playing Call of Duty, I put Den of Thieves on anytime. Man, Den of Thieves is a great movie, bro.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then again, you know, you going for it's like torn between the bad guy and the good guy because they both like kind of rugged out there on both sides, man.
Yeah, when they kill 50 Cent, I'll be like, damn.
Right.
I'm like, damn, why they killed him and they shot him in the throat?
He looking over him too, like, what did he say? Like, go on and be with him, man.
Yeah.
Something like that. Talk to him, give him his last little moments, close his eyelids.
Yeah, he definitely walked him down. I'm like, God damn. Okay. Will you ever write a book about your personal life?
And I will have to really accomplish a little more.
Okay.
But hey, that's not out the question. You know, my father wrote a couple books. My uncle.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. What's your dad's books about?
The Obtuse Bear fiction stories. Then he got the Salida Parker wheelchair detectives. Man, he been getting it in.
I didn't know this, man. I didn't know.
Children's books, stories, man. So when you mentioned yours, like, man, that's deep connection.
I didn't know your father. I didn't know he wrote detective books. I didn't know none of that.
Oh yeah.
That's like, okay, and how can we support him? How can we get it?
And he's selling them on Amazon right now. So like I said, Obtuse Bear, and then wheelchair detectives, Salida Parker wheelchair detective.
Excellent. And do we just search name? Because are you a junior? Are you a junior? Right?
I'm the third.
You're the third. Okay, yes, sir. So we just type in Arthur Muhammad on Amazon.
Just the name of the book. It's
the name of the book, Obtuse Bear.
Yep, Obtuse Bear. You know, he got the subliminals in there, man. When you read the narrative, there's always gonna be some teachings in there, some kind of way.
Absolutely. That's beautiful, man. Praise be to Allah. Okay, but Arthur, I got one more question for you, and thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule, and thank everybody for watching. What do you want your legacy to be?
You know, I want to do more than just what I'm doing now. But my legacy would be getting something in motion that can be carried on with my son, my daughter, and not just beyond them though. Something that's found an actual entity that can employ young brothers and sisters, man, and just let it grow. Child. I'm sure I've been dead and gone, but it could be something big in play that the name just moves on. Whatever business name it is, we know what's up. You know, something that we can start, bro. It's our time. I think we've been. You talking about the Joshua generation, but man, each time in our youth, we've been, all right, this is their time. This is our time. It's like, man, we getting up there now, bro. We mid-30s now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's our time. We might have to go on this. I think it's daytime. Real talk. We start seeing the little grays coming in, talking our time. Like, I don't know, bro. Our time to pass it.
Yeah, you teach it, bro. You teach it. Well, listen, brother Arthur, man, I just want to let you know I love you. And I'm proud to see. I mean, you always was, going to be a great person. Nobody never doubted that. It wasn't like you was in trouble or something. But to see you just, man, being an upstanding citizen and being a good father, man, and being a brother to us, just being kind, man. Some people, you get older, everybody don't stay close. Everybody ain't. I mean, if y'all see some of the stuff that Arthur sends me, he's funny as hell.
Same to you.
Arthur sent me some of the best memes I got.
I crack myself up on online, Facebook, and some of the stuff you see. That's like our news. Get on there. Rolling.
So, man, I want to thank you for coming on the People's Podcast. I want to thank y'all for watching. Anything that you got, Arthur, that you want to promote or you want to talk about anytime, bro, the podcast is yours, man. You can always come back, bro.
That's love, man. I appreciate it.
And I'm gonna reach out to you offline because I want to ask about your father. I want to bring him. I want him to talk about his books.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. I didn't know. That's what I'm saying. That all the authors got to stay connected. I never knew that.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. Well, this is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off to the People's Podcast. Thank y'all for watching. All right.
Thank you, brother. Blessings to the family.